Early pattern recognition.
Early pattern recognition. This is another thing I learned about from my horse. The reason that horses are so smart, the reason they survive so well, what they're really good at is knowing what happens before what happens happens. They do that better than anybody. Early pattern recognition, you know what I mean by situational awareness. Situation is a set of circumstances that are fluid, they're changing. And situational awareness is your ability to identify and assess the changes as they occur. Right? So early pattern recognition is what I call just a variation of situational awareness. That means your situational awareness is anticipatory and predictive and accurate. Right? Early pattern. Okay, I'll give you an example. Here's early pattern recognition. I'm going into the studio and we're going to record this tune. It's a blues tune, right? We're going to the studio and I got the chart and I got these three guitarists that I don't know, and I'm auditioning them to play in this tune. And I give the chart to the first guy, and he looks at it and he goes, let's see, one bar of E, another bar of E, another bar of E, another bar of E. Okay, then we got a bar of A, another bar of A, then another bar of E, and another bar of E. I go, thanks for coming in, man. Let me give you a call later. Next guy comes in and he looks at the chart and he goes, let's see, you got 4 bars of E, 2 bars of A, back to E. And I said, thanks for coming in, man. Let me call you later. Right? Give the chart to the third player. Right? And he looks at it and he says, 12 bar blues in E with a quick change and a 2-5-1 turnaround. Let's rock. Guess which cat I'm going to hire? What's the difference between those 3 guys? Well, the third guy knew the pattern and recognized the pattern. He didn't have to go through 12 bars, his head on each one, right? And then say, duh, that's a 12-bar blues. Right? All you had to do is look at it, and he spotted the quick change and the 2-5-1 turnaround too. Oh man, I love me some 2-5-1 turnarounds. Anyway, so that's early pattern recognition, right? He was able to, he picked out, he identified the signature of that set of circumstances accurately, right? So there are some things that, a certain thing happens before something else happens. And here's what a signature is. This particular thing happens, A happens when B happens. Or A happens just before B happens, right? A happens only before B happens. And A happens every time before B happens, right? So when you see A, you don't have to wait for B, right? Because you know B isn't coming, right? Because A happens before B, it always happens before B, and it only happens before B. That's a signature event. So when somebody crouches down and reaches for their hip, you don't have to go, he could be reaching for his comb or his wallet. Nobody reaches for a comb or a wallet like that. You don't have to wait until the guy pulls his gun out, aims it at your face, cocks the hammer back, and is about to squeeze the trigger before you say, he's pulling the gun. Right? So early pattern recognition is an advanced stage of knowing what happens before what happens. And it's really important. The more you can cultivate that skill, the better it is for you. And some situations are easier than others. Like, for example, if you're using a weapon that is a cutting weapon, right? All cutting blows have two phases, a preparation phase and an execution phase. Always, 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 always. So if you know how to read it, when you see the preparation phase, you know what execution phase is coming. When you see the preparation phase start, you can anticipate what execution is coming, right? You don't have to wait for him to hit you on the head, right? And this leads us to, a really golden tactic. The best time to attack, the very best time to nail the guy, is the attack on the preparation. Just as he's getting ready to attack you, you attack him. Right? You read his preparation right on that. Right when he's at the point of, coming at you, right? And it's perfect because at the moment he's preparing to attack you, he's both physically and psychologically incapable of defense. Because he's screwing up his commitment to the attack. He's got to overcome that emotional hesitation. If I attack, you will kill me. All right? So that's the perfect time. That's when your opponent is least able to defend himself, is when he's getting ready to launch an attack at you. Of course, your timing has to be pretty good.